Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 15 of Xenonauts. We're still trying to capture ourselves a live alien commander, which we would have managed last mission if it wasn't for Jamie actually deciding that now would have been a good time for reaction fire and shoot the commander when he popped his head out of the UFO. So not a particularly great start there, I have to admit. Just having a look through bits and pieces that need to be done, some general upkeep. We can still build a new plane here, which we will do. We'll be building another Foxtrot at our main base so we can send it over to Area 52. I did want to have a quick look in the dropship and just make sure who we've got on. Not too bad. We've got that shock baton. Let me check a couple of things out there, because we know things like to go wrong. Sweet cherry pie we've got with the shield. We'd prefer that in this particular orientation, with the gun in hand and the stun stick in the backpack for the time being. So what we'd like to do is set that equipment as default. We also want to make sure that, you see, once again, the stun rocket has changed. Every time I load the save, it always reloads the rocket launcher with the explosive rocket in there, which we don't want. We want this one. Equip default. Yeah, default equipment roll always seems to put that back in. Save equipment as default. Recall. Yeah, that's definitely a bug. I have reported this to the developer. Hopefully at some point that will get fixed. But that should be everybody just about ready to go. So let us speed things up until something happens. Oh dear. Aliens have commenced aerial bombing of Vancouver. Local forces request Xenonaut assistance. Well, let's send interceptors. Well, the only things we can send here are 2 Condors. I'm not exactly sure how well they are going to do. We'll certainly see how well they can do, if they can reach that far. So, we have a bomber. We haven't come up against one of these before, although an auto-resolve does give us a 100% chance for a victory, so let's go for that. We didn't take any damage, which is brilliant. They can return to base. And we've managed to recover some stuff from them, which is really good. For a second there, I thought, oh dear, we've got a terror site. I think it's probably because we took the bomber out before it had a chance to do that. We really, really don't want terror sites. So we've got our laser batteries at Area 52 and in our Indochina base, which gives us a little bit more protection. We will get some more radars online on those bases, but probably once we get into December and we have a little bit more cash to play with. We've actually managed to do the research on the bomber UFO now. The extraterrestrial bomber is a medium-sized UFO specialised into ground attack role. Though easy prey for our interceptors, it can quickly rain death and destruction on a funding nation and sour our relations accordingly. It employs 2 linked electromagnetic torpedo launch tracks to do so, forming a semicircular structure on the rear half of the saucer. Each torpedo is powerful enough to sink a ship, and we believe the bomber capable of launching a pair every 6 seconds, making casualties from any strafing run a virtual certainty. Thankfully, they are unguided and travel too slowly to be of any practical use against aerial targets, making the bomber vulnerable in combat. The entire craft has been designed around these weapons, with thin wings jutting out from either side of the saucer. They are likely intended to stabilise the craft during an attack run, while the saucer itself is largely hollow and presumably mostly used for ammunition storage. The Haridon pilot... Oh, have we discovered Haridons yet? The Haridon pilot, the craft reactor and avionics are crammed into a small area in the front. We actually believe this is the reason why little of these UFOs survive any interception, and the remaining torpedoes tend to detonate either immediately on impact with the ground. In short, the bomber is an underwhelming combatant, but one that must be dealt with quickly. So that seems to mention a new alien there, but that we haven't actually discovered yet, because aliens we've found civilians and seasons, but we haven't picked up that one yet, so that could be interesting. Let's just have a quick look at manufacturing, just see how we are getting on with various weapons and things. We still haven't managed to put out everything we want to. and all of our engineers are currently busy. They are working on Wolf battle armor, laser battle rifles. What do we actually have? Let's look at our people. We know we've got our laser sniper rifles, which is really nice. Our assault guys have got their shotguns. And I don't think we've got laser rifles yet. Let's just have a quick look. No, we don't have any other laser equipment ready yet, which is a bit of a shame. Funding up here, we've actually got plus 40,000 predicted change. So at least it was good. We can tell up here in the top right-hand corner, in this area. Region relations is poor, but the funding has gone up. So that was probably as a result of dealing with that bomber. Let's speed things up a little bit until other stuff happens. 2 aircraft have arrived at Indochina, which is brilliant. We now have ourselves 2 interceptors here. We will need to get another hangar here in Indochina, though. Luckily, the hangars are relatively cheap, so let's get one of those on the go. We do need another radar array, but they are very expensive, so we will be leaving that for now. Back onto the full speed. We have 1 soldier has arrived in our Middle East base. Would have been nice if it took me straight to the place that it needed to go. And we have ourselves here Bjorn Falk, who is unassigned. And you, sir, Delicia. One of our new rookies. One of our new meat shields. And we have ourselves another soldier. I'm going to click go to base and it goes to the wrong thing again. Go into soldiers. Actually, we just go into here. And unassigned. Mr. Frederick Hansen. You, sir. Ben Crooks 3.0. It won't let me actually do a point, which is nice. So you are going to be Ben Crooks 3. Okay. Right. Let's speed things up. Ah! We've actually now managed to research the Buzzard jumpsuit. The Buzzard jumpsuit is a variant of the Wolf battle armor designed for mobility over protective ability. It is fitted with an integrated jump unit, a device that allows the wearer to move vertically on the battlefield. Refinement of the armor plate has decreased weight, slightly reducing protection but letting the soldier carry more into battle. The jump unit is a rather substantial device worn in a back harness. It consists of a miniaturized aluminium reactor, a lanium reactor connected to a pair of thrusters that sit above the wearer's shoulders, paired with various gyroscopic flight control systems and sensors. Though the jump unit is not powerful enough for prolonged flight, the user is able to hover for short periods if necessary. Even those who are not trained as pilots should find it easy enough to use in combat. Input from the wearer is recorded via touchpads in the gloves, allowing them to steer the intended flight path, sadly also preventing them from using weapons while airborne. A complex array of vectored thrust ports copied from the alien directional thrusters design provides fine control and auto-stabilization when in flight. Clearly, the ability to jump atop buildings and leap impassable terrain has utility on the battlefield, particularly for your scouts and marksmen. Soldiers regularly exposed to enemy fire will likely still need added protection of the wolf, however. So what we've basically got here is a light armor that doesn't really allow us to fly and doesn't allow us to hover in the air and fire while we're in the air, but it does allow us a quick way of getting on top of buildings and other possibly inaccessible structures via other means. So it could be quite useful getting snipers and things up onto high positions. So we'll go to the research screen. We don't actually have anything we can research other than the alien electronics, so let's put all of our scientists onto that. I'm actually a little bit worried that we're going to get to a point where we've done all of the research and that drives the story on quite quickly, so we are going to have to be careful here. Buzzard Scout armor we can manufacture, but we're not going to do so at the moment because we don't have a great use for it. We don't have a lot of money either. Small UFO detected at with no escort, 2,000 kilometers per hour, so that must be one of our scouts. Right, there's a lot of UFOs being detected around here. Okay, Area 52. You are a scout, so we are going to intercept you with both of the Condors and launch. This one over here is a... Now, 1,400 kilometers per hour. Which one is that? Size medium, that's got to be a Corvette. So we are going to, we are going to intercept you with our Foxtrot. Foxtrot should deal with the Corvette. And this one here, again, is medium. We are going to intercept you with both of the Condors. So we've got 3 UFOs on the board. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with them all. We've got this Corvette. Auto-resolve 0% chance of victory. So Yeah, the Foxtrot isn't very good. So what we want to do is disengage, and we want to intercept with our 2 Condors in that case. Let's speed things up again a little. Just trying to keep my eye on what's happened. We've got another UFO detected, which I can't do an awful lot about at the moment. Yeah, it's doing a lot of weird things. Right, you're going to have to return to base because you're low on fuel. Corvette is not over land, but we are going to auto-resolve it. We want it taking out. Condors have done that. Return to base. Let's speed things up again. We've managed to get this scout. It is over land. We're going to auto-resolve that one because that is probably one we can deal with. You guys are going to return to base. Now then, can we deal with either of these? What are you? You are also a Corvette, are you not? Didn't want to center on it, wanted to intercept. 20% fuel, yeah, we're going to struggle to actually get these guys. Let's speed things up a little bit. What we're also going to do is see if it's possible to reach this one. It is in the desert. It isn't a Corvette though, it's only a scout. We're going to try and intercept it anyway. See if it's possible for Charlie to actually reach it. Let's skip along for a few more hours. We really do want to take these UFOs out if we can. We know they're both Corvettes. Okay, we can send the 2 Condors out after you. It's potentially fine. And what about you? Intercept. These guys are rearming, so they can't do anything just yet. Go to last known location. Probably won't find anything. Return to base. Quite disappointing, really. So it looks like we're going to have a night mission. We've missed a couple of UFOs, which is disappointing. Oh, aliens have commenced an aerial bombing of Ulaanbaatar or something. We need to send interceptors. Only person that can actually reach at the moment is Foxtrot. Everybody else is too far away. But it is a bomber, and we should be able to deal with the bomber with the Foxtrot nice and easily. And we've managed to research alien electronics. Everything's happening at the same time. Recovered examples of alien electronics provide a fascinating window into the future, allowing us to study countless innovations the extraterrestrials use to reduce electronic noise. Recreating existing circuitry with alien materials whilst integrating a few of the simpler alien innovations into the design increase their efficiency by at least a factor of 10, a quite remarkable improvement. The aliens utilise organic compounds such as amino acids and in their electronic components, which collectively appear to grant the circuit a limited degree of latent intelligence. The organic computing power continuously analyses the power demand in the network and channels energy to where it is needed most, either storing or releasing charge from dozens of integrated capacitors when necessary. The end result is a biological smart grid that can reduce power consumption by almost 50%. The aliens do not just have access to a vastly larger amounts of energy than us, they also use it more efficiently too. Our crude reproductions of these organic circuits are nowhere near as efficient as the alien equivalents, but are still very useful when building complex machines such as vehicles or aircraft. A helpful side effect of the intelligent power routing is increased survivability, as the power transmission systems will automatically bypass damaged components in a way that conventional systems cannot. Okay, fantastic. New projects available for research. The D-42 Shrike dropship, the X-37 Corsair interceptor, the electroshock grenade, and the scimitar tank. All of things which I really want to research. But I think a new dropship is probably going to be our next thing to research, so let's get on to that. Speed things up again. We still want to deal with that bomber if possible. We have arrived. 0% chance of victory. Now that is very interesting. That's very interesting indeed. We're going to do this one manually. I really don't want to, but I don't see what other choice we have. We are going to uncheck the torpedoes. Now this is a bomber, so I'm not sure how well it can actually deal with us. Right, okay. Now it looks like it shoots quite slowly, so pause. And we want to... Well, I did press the button to take evasive action, and nothing seemed to happen. Brilliant. Now we've lost our Foxtrot. That is fantastic. Can we intercept with anybody else? No. Nobody else is close enough to get to it. We are going to have a terror site. There is nothing we can do about that. This is really bad. Okay, well, we're going to do the only thing we can do, and that is to start this mission. I suppose now, because we can't take that bomb, we're either going to lose some funding, or either going to lose a nation, or we're going to end up with a terror site, which we're going to have to get Charlie to respond to, and we're quite far away from it, which is a little bit annoying. I should have used the shortcut keys to try and dodge that that projectile. Really stupid. I don't know why auto-resolve couldn't have done it. Surely we would have been able to hit it. But anyway, nothing I can do about that now. Let us carry on with the mission as best we can. Let's check the sides. We are in the corner of the map, which is fine. Oh, reaction fire from an alien. So let's go and have a look for that. So this is only a scout. One of the larger scouts, admittedly, but not too much to worry about. Bob, deal with this guy, please. Oh, his laser weapons don't always seem to be quite as effective as they could be. Well, James, you like killing aliens so much. Why don't you kill that one? There we go. We have one down. Thought I asked you to crouch. Not too sure why you didn't. Let's get arcane cannon forwards as well. We've spotted another alien already. We are going to crouch and take a normal shot. The shot did hit, but we didn't get the kill. Shadowhawk, you are in a terrible position there to hit, and you're not going to get a shot at it either way. So we're going to move you forwards and crouch so you get a shot on the next turn. No real aliens on this particular map that we have to worry about trying to capture, so we're not going to worry too much about stunning. We just want to survive the mission with everybody intact, mainly so that we can go and deal with that terror mission when we need to. Which I have to admit, I am not looking forward to. It will be our first terror mission. And let's get Sweet Cherry Pie forward. And crouch. Just quickly check there, Stephen. Yeah, you do have the right one in the gun, which is fine. Let's end the turn. He's going to run forwards. Didn't take a shot. He's recovered some health, of course, because they do heal on every turn. Now he's round here somewhere, so we have to really be careful. I'm going to nudge Sweet Cherry Pie forward to try and get some view. Not necessarily sure if that is the same one. It could very well be, but it's very difficult to tell. Let's try and get Arcane Cannon up here for a bit. No, it wasn't the same one, which is a pain. 42% chance to hit, which isn't great. Let's crouch. Take the shot, 50%. Hit but no kill, reaction fire. It did miss. Right, we're going to see if we can take Pete around here with his shotgun. 50% chance, let's crouch. 57. Got a hit and a kill. Still got this guy, though, who is going to be problematic. The only people that are really in range are people with shotguns. And shotguns aren't very good at long range. You can't do an awful lot from there. You're going to have to crouch down. Could attempt to try and get Missy to fire with the pistol, but it is not going to be all that useful. See if we can get Bob into a position here. Bob actually has a... Right, 45 time units. You can crouch and turn. That will give you 95% chance to hit. Hit and a kill. Thank you very much, Bob. Let's nudge some people forwards a little bit more. At least it's a daytime mission, which helps things out nicely. Let's try and get our snipers forward. Like I said, I do want to find this UFO as quickly as possible, but at the same time, I don't want to lose any troops. I'd like to get everybody back safely so we can deal with that terror mission. That is going to be a bit of a nightmare for us, I think. Okay, what have we got? Bob, you can't really do anything else. Stephen, you're going to go around in this direction. Hopefully you don't really find anything, but... This is a problem with these desert maps. There's actually quite a lot of cover for the aliens to hide behind. You can hear the doors opening and closing on the alien ship. Okay, Stephen. Ooh, let's see if we can get you across to here. It's a bit of a long way to go. You don't see anything, which is good. Got to be careful here, because I feel like I'm actually getting my men spread out quite far. And we don't know where the UFO is yet either. Nope, still haven't spotted it, so we're going to continue to move people up. Okay, Missy, go take a look. Very, very worrying here. Let's get you over here, James. Ah, we found the UFO at least. So you can crouch down there ready for incoming aliens. I think that's as much as Stephen is going to move. Bob, we're definitely going to need use of your services over here shortly. So let's get you straight over towards the UFO without delay. I appreciate you've got a bit of a blocked line of sight there, but it was mainly just a case of getting you forwards. Not sure if we need all of these people over on this side of the map anymore, so I'm going to start running people back over towards the UFO. Just going to run as far and as fast as you can. I think we'll keep Shadowhawk up here, who can take one final sweep over in this direction. This is near enough the edge of the map anyway, so we should be okay, but it's better to check it than leave it unchecked. We have an alien out the door. He hasn't made any shots at us at this time. Let's get Shadowhawk forwards. Could be something behind there, but we'll hope there isn't. Cherry Pie, let's get you over here. Yep, so most of that area looks like it is clear. We've still got this guy outside. Bob doesn't have a line of sight on him, really. We can get Bob over here, though. And if we crouch, we won't be able to turn, because it's going to take enough time units just to turn around. So 65% chance of a hit. We get a hit and a kill. Nice work, Bob, as always. James, let us get you over at the side of the UFO. Actually, there. At the side of the UFO. Oh, and then if anything pops its head out, you should fire at it. You did on the commander. Let's hope you have the same sort of reaction fire on this. Let us start moving Stephen around as well. Just use him to clear these last few dark spots. We'll get you over here as well, just behind this rock. I know it's not brilliant cover, but it is cover. And let's start moving some other people forwards as well. So we'll move Missy forwards. We'll go up this direction, because then we're kind of behind the back of the UFO, which I think is a little safer. Peter's going to move into a similar position. Hopefully no one's going to come out and throw any grenades at us. Not bother crouching you at this point. Let's go back. Oh, Shadowhawk's made all his moves on this turn. So Arcane Cannon, you are going to come and hide behind this rock. End turn, see what happens. Apparently not an awful lot. So, let us get Missy over on this side of the door. Facing the UFO and crouch. Let us get Peter on this side of the door. And crouch. I think Bob is still in a very good position there, but we are going to move Stephen somewhere where he can potentially get a stun rocket in the door if need be. And crouch. Let us get Arcane Cannon somewhere we could take shots from into the door if we need to. That's probably a bit of a distance, but we'll do as best we can. Who do we have left? Sweet Cherry Pie. Let's get you a bit close to the action. That's as close as you're going to get. Shadowhawk, you were just checking around the back of this area here. And that all looks good, so let's get you back towards the action. James, where would be a better spot for you? I'm thinking over here. It's not brilliant cover, but at least you've got a better line of sight when the door opens. And Bob. I think we're actually going to move Bob forward, so he's got less stuff to have to shoot through, to be honest. Okay, let's end the turn, see what happens. Not a lot, apparently. Okay, let us go and open the door. Door is open. We see one alien. So let's just back out of there. And crouch. Bob doesn't have a shot. James does. Does have 50% block. But let's take the shot anyway. Actually got a hit. Didn't prompt any reaction fire. Let's take a normal shot. Actually got a second hit. Reaction fire that time. Didn't take any damage from it though. Poor chance to hit with the shotgun, but we can take his cover out this way quite nicely. Right, we've actually suppressed him and we've removed his cover. Do we have anyone else who could move into a better position and potentially take another shot? Let's move Arcane Cannon forwards a little there. And crouch. 37% chance to hit. And we've got the kill. Oh, it did end the mission. I was just about to say there must be another one left. Well, that was actually really good. We've killed all the aliens. No surviving forces have died. Sweet Cherry Pie gets a promotion for participating in 10 combat missions. We couldn't have actually hoped for that mission to have gone any better than it did. We do have a real problem now, of course, that we have our Foxtrot down. The bombing reduces Ulaanbaatar ruins. Alien craft withdraw to orbit. 7,128 confirmed dead and 21,555 missing, presumed dead. Local politicians furious at Xenonauts' refusal to intervene. Well, I didn't exactly refuse to intervene, but there is a... What was it here? Relations are still average. I suppose it's because we're quite close to it. I mean, like, it could have been worse, I think. We've got to be really, really careful now, though. Especially as we are now down a Foxtrot. We will be building another one as soon as possible. We really need to get one up and running. We've built our other hangar at Indochina. See, we're very, very short on cash, which is the big problem. We've detected another UFO down near Indochina, and this one actually has fighters with it. So that could be very, very difficult. It's medium, so it's a Corvette, and it's got 2 Smiters with it. Smiters? Well, there might be Smiters, but they're definitely fighters. We're going to have a look and see what the possibility is like to deal with. That is another Corvette, which we are going to attempt to take out with our other 2 Condors, if possible. And we've got another one there that we can't currently deal with, and it has fighters with it. Wow, there's a lot of UFOs around. So, 79% chance for a victory. We're going to take that, and we do actually manage to take it. We take some damage, but it is down, so that's not too much of a bad thing. We're going to tail this one until it's overland. And it is. We're going to auto-resolve for 100% victory. We've actually lost another Condor. This and the other one was down to 8% health. This is not good. Return to base. We've got another one here with 2 fighters that we just cannot afford to deal with at the moment. We do have this one here, of course. We can intercept that with our other 2 Condors. So we should go ahead and do that. Now, it's actually landed. And they're commencing an aerial bombing somewhere else. So the aliens are really stepping up their game at the moment. I don't actually have any craft that can get up here and deal with that bombing site, which is going to be a little bit of a pain. We've also got a landed UFO here, and we've got a crash site here. Now, this is potentially problematic because I could fly across and try and deal with this landing site, but the chances are they might well get up and fly away before I get there. I think we're going to take this crash site out instantly, though, just so we don't have to deal with it. We also need to get ourselves a Foxtrot built for here, and we are waiting for this Foxtrot to be repaired. Our ships are in really, really bad condition. Lost 2 interceptors from our main base. All of our other interceptors are up and running, but this is not a good position to be in. I just can't deal with this guy at the moment. So I think what I'm going to have to do is call that a video, and then hopefully next time we will be able to deal with some of the problems that we've currently got going on. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're still enjoying Xenonauts, and I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.